All I know is I got bands, I got money in my hands. I'ma come and do my dance, I got money in my hands. Money in my hands, money in my hands. Come in and do my stance, they know I'm the man. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, yeah, everybody look at me. I'm a young skeezer, I'm a lemon squeezer. I'm a whole lot to handle, I'm a big pleaser. Don't tease me, baby, believe me, baby. I'm a whole lot to lose, don't leave me, baby. They don't call me Mr. Nice, I don't need to know the price. Ask her once, won't ask her twice, you gon' need me, baby. All I know is I got bands, I got money in my hands. I'ma come and do my dance, I got money in my hands. Money in my hands, money in my hands. Come in and do my stance, they know I'm the man. Yeah. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake, ooh. Yeah. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, move. Yeah. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake, ooh. Yeah. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, move. Shake it, move. 1, 2, 3, everybody look at me. I'm a young skeezer, I'm a lemon squeezer. I'm a whole lot to handle, I'm a big pleaser. Don't tease me, baby, believe me, baby. I'm a whole lot to lose, don't leave me, baby. All I know is I got bands, I got money in my hands. I'ma come and do my dance, I got money in my hands. Money in my hands, money in my hands. Come in and do my stance, they know I'm the man. Yeah.
What's happening, everybody? Testing, 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me out there, everybody? And if you can somebody just drop me a 1 in the chat and let me know that you can hear me? All right, I don't want to be talking to myself. I at least want to talk to somebody. Anybody, somebody, everybody? Anybody, somebody? Okay, we got a thumbs up. I think we got a thumbs up. All right, for the most part, thank you guys for tuning in. My name is Tyran Cosby. You are listening to Beard Talk with a Veteran, and I can be heard as you're listening. I'm on YouTube, the Veteran Social Circle Radio, which is my radio, by the way. The Veteran Social Circle, so you can check us out on there as well. I wanted to jump online today and chop it up with you guys, just kind of, I don't know, man, see what some of your questions and things are. Definitely when it comes to the stock market. When it comes to really life. For me, I've been retired for about 13 years now. So for a lot of people out there, if you don't know me, then it's like I'm a professional retiree, I guess. The last 13 years, I haven't done anything that I haven't wanted to do. So if that makes sense. So if you can ever imagine living out any of your dreams and just saying, hey, you know what? I think I want to do this. And then you give it a shot and it works. Well, that's what I do every day, all day. All right. So I kind of want to jump on today because I've been getting a lot of questions. As you guys know, I do stock talk, teach people how to do some of the basics and when it comes to investing and trading. So that's kind of what I do with Beard Talk with a Veteran and things. So if you've been following me, then you've been seeing a lot of my weekend boot camps, things that I have. I have a Discord as well. So obviously, once you get done with the stock trading boot camp, I always say you can't really just jump out into the world and start trading. I mean, you can, you're just going to take a lot of lumps in those learns. So you normally want to get with a community or a mentor or somebody that can kind of help you stay on track and everything. So that's what I provide within my community. I'm just one of those people that in order to be in my community, man, you got to show me that it's worthy of you being there. I'm not a person that's into likes. I use YouTube, obviously, because it's a platform, but I'm not really into likes and reshares and all of those things because like, I don't think I care. You know what I'm saying? So anything that I do is truly sincere from the heart. So my weekend classes and everything, they come along with me teaching stocks. So a lot of you guys, if you learn how to read a stock chart properly, you have no clue how much your life will level up. You have absolutely no clue. Just learning those little bitty old wiggly lines, yeah, man, it can change your whole life. All right. It's normally given a bad name and a reputation because a lot of people get into the stock market and they begin to gamble. They begin to kind of take a lot of risks and they don't know what they're doing. And for the most part, they're going to have horror stories with that. And understood, sometimes when you're self-taught, those things are going to happen. But if you can get yourself within a community or a right mentor, you'll start picking up things a lot more quicker. And then you'll realize that those little wiggly lines that you ran from your whole life, you should have been running too. All right. So that's pretty much what today is about. And I know a lot of veterans been hitting me up too as well. So if they come in, you guys had questions about some of this VA stuff that's been going around for the last week. So I hope I can put some of that stuff to bed and make everybody a little bit more, I guess, calm. All right. So let's see here. I don't see nothing in the chat, I don't think. So my wife's normally in here with me and she's working, but apparently she's on vacation these days. So I'm working the chat and I'm looking at everything myself. So first thing I'll do, since we got no questions yet, I want to start with some of the basics, man. Let's see if I can share my screen with y'all. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to close my camera in case I start digging in my nose or something. I don't need y'all to see that. So I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to share. Let's go screen number 2. Yeah, let's share that. All right, so hopefully you guys can see my screen. I'm going to actually give you full access to that. All right, so this is kind of my screen, man, and these are some of the basics of everything that you would be looking at when you look at a stock chart. All right, so I'm gonna go with a super clean chart. I see I got a few people in there, so again, if you guys got a particular chart that you want me, stock that you want me to look at, go ahead and drop something, maybe in the chat and stuff that I can see, and I'll go. Other than that, I'm gonna look at some of the usuals that we've been looking at, just because I know that while they're down, this is the perfect time for a lot of people to be jumping on. All right, so let's see where we at here. All right, let's go. I think BBAI is something that we wanted to look at. Let's see here. Donald says, I still want to know how to trade options. I want to get into Archer options. Hey, everybody. Look who's here. It's my wife. But Donald, I got you. Well, Donald, you're actually in the Discord. So when we start talking about getting into that'll probably take up this whole section. So I want you to ping me in the Discord so that we can jump online and talk about the actual the process of buying the options. All right. Hey, Antoine, I see you, brother, and I see you say Jobby. So I'm gonna take a quick look here, or as my granny would say, a quick gander here, and we're gonna see certain things. Now, BBAI, I want to show this because I know a few people within my Discord and kind of all around been kind of playing it. And the things that I want to show is I talk to you guys a lot about the things called support and resistance. All right. So I'm going to actually clean my chart off and we'll start with a fresh one. All right. So yeah, Donald, I definitely got you. So you're in the Discord, man. Definitely hit me on that one. All right, so first thing first, with support and resistance, as I tell everybody, the first thing you want to look at with a stock is where is today's price? And today's price is currently sitting here. So if you want to know, is it going down? Is it going up? You have to look into the past. So a lot of times we would say, if you want to know where a stock is going, look into the past. And if you don't know what we're talking about, you'll get confused in that. But what you want to start looking around is where you start seeing a lot of little consolidation, what we call little peaks. And when you start seeing a lot of those little peaks, that lets you know that you kind of got some action in that area. It doesn't mean that that's exactly where we're coming to. It just means that, well, you got action in that area. You had it there before. And if we had it there before, we're probably going to have it there again. So the closer that the stock price begins to fall, it will start hitting those current prices that it's been to before. All right, so case in point. So I already see that, let's say BBAI is it's at $3.71. So right now, I'll be looking to say, where do I think it's coming? It's currently sitting in this consolidation area here. So could it bounce or could it come down? We don't know. Stocks are alive. So the thing about stocks are they can do whatever the hell they want to do. Just because we know how to read a chart does not mean that that's what's going to happen. We can chart LeBron and we can say that he's predicted to only go for 18 points tonight and then he wound up going for 65. We could just never really predict it, you understand? But we can have a great idea that normally, hey, if LeBron plays this particular team with these type of people, he normally struggles. So you'll have a good idea of what should happen, but you don't have, like, you don't know what's going to happen. All right. So I'll tell you what, let's take that banner off. Let's take that banner off. And if anything, let's go. For you guys that don't know, I do the class, so you'll see the banner. If you don't get any of this, then you can always look at my Buy Me a Coffee. And what Buy Me a Coffee is the platform that I utilize to do some of my classes and things on there. So you'll see that scrolling. So in case any of this is over your head, just know that that's where you can find me. All right, so back to this support thing here. So in this case, you got strong. I always look for where did a lot of the bullish movement. So those of you that don't know, when you have you got two things that you have: bulls and bears in the stock market. All right. So if you're new to it, then understand bulls are saying that the price is going up. Bears are saying that they want the price to go down. All right. That's the difference in the two. All right, so I want to look at where did the bullish movement start? Like, where did all this even start from? And in this current run right here, we kind of started right at this blue line, and then we started going up from there. All right, so a lot of you can see that. You can see that. Actually, if I lock that in. And now we stretch it out some. Hopefully you can kind of see that trend that was going. So the things with a lot of trends are trends will go, they will rise, and then they will fall. They will rise, and then they will fall. They will rise, and then they will fall. So the thing about them is that in order to continue to go up, the trend must stay within this green line that I made here. The second that the trend does not, is going to break that line, and now the trend will be going down. And you find these by finding the highest points most of the time and then come down. And for those of you that don't know me, just please understand everything I do is at home. So you are 100% going to hear my dogs barking because I live in the country and they chase everything that moves. All right, so we can see here in this trend, the trend was kind of broken and now the trend is going down. So where do I look at the stock prices coming to? Wherever strong consolidation is. And right now, for me, it's my blue line that's right there. It's a strong consolidation. Now, we can stay where we are here. I don't know if you guys can kind of see that little faint line there, that faint red line. But my goal would be we would be coming back down to the twos. And the reason is, if we go to the 5-year look, we can see that right here in this area, we got a whole lot of play, almost in the $1 areas. So it's a lot of stuff that can happen there if you're playing BBAI. So this could possibly be the range that BBAI plays in simply because it's been there before. Look how many times it's rode this blue line right there. It stayed there for a minute. So the more stock stays in a certain area and the more the stock plays in a certain area, that just means that, well, that line, if it's above it, then it'll be a strong line of support. If it's below it, it is going to be a strong line of resistance. All right, so you got to remember that. If it's support and it holds, then that's great. But if it breaks support, whatever it broke will now become resistance going back up. All right, it will now. So that's almost like if, I don't know, maybe you're a sibling and you got a lot of siblings. I don't know, maybe you're the youngest of 4 or something. And if you get beat up by, I don't know, maybe you beat 3 of them up and 1 beat you up. that one will probably make you look so bad to make the other ones want to retest you. So now you got to refight everyone just to get back to the person that beat you up. That's stocks. That's what happened when the stock price falls. It can beat all of these prices here, but the second it fall, it's going to have to start its journey back up to beat these guys. All right. So let's take that one off. All right. So that's BBAI. I think, Twine, you got Joby in there. So let's take a look at Joby. And if the thing with BBAI, for any BBAI holders, the thing I need you to do is watch the news. What is this company doing? Are they making money? They losing money? Do they have anything positive going on? Anything negative going on? Any of that? If that is the case, then you got to play your cards to that hand. All right. So if it's positive news, then you play the positive news. But for the most part, is it long sustaining news? And if you say no, then go ahead and cancel Christmas. You understand? Take your money and then let it resettle and jump out. All right, so Joby, we're going to look at, and this is Joby Aviations. All right, so Joby Aviations is essentially one of those companies that you guys definitely will want to take a look at because they are essentially the future of transportation. We are very familiar with Ubers and Waymos and Lyfts and anybody else that's out there, but if you are not familiar with the air side of it, then that's a new style to get into. All right. And they're already in production, like not production, but they're already working. They're already doing everything. They're already delivering people. They're just not doing it in our city or, maybe any city close to you. But if you're in maybe a Cali or some major city of a New York, you may have seen or heard of Joby or even Archer. All right. So I can look at this one right now and say, this one didn't have some action. It's almost making a nice little cup and handle there. So again, we want to establish where is support going to be. And chances are, where did the bullish movement start from? And in this particular case, it pretty much started down here. So we're going to say it started right there. Now, if this particular run, I mean, man, once you get better at reading these charts, you can almost see it does the exact same thing over and over. It just needs to do it at a higher level. If it doesn't, then it's coming down. So just like before, we were stating that the trend, this particular trend is going down. The one before, we stated that the trend was going up and then it failed. Well, this is now Joby. All right. So on Joby, this trend started, let's say this is around April 10th, 2024. Around April 10th of 2024, they began to start a nice little move to the upside. So what happened was the stock ran up, boom, they start showing that people are interested and they want in. Then it started coming back down. It shot up, and then it started coming back down. Each time, I got a green line here, it started playing on that green line. So me as a heavy investor or even as a heavy trader, I know that the more it starts to play on this line, I'm starting to get action because now we're starting to get what's called consolidation. All right. And what consolidation is just saying that the stock price is not really going super high, but it's not really going super low either. All right. So it's going up, going down, going up, going down. And then you'll get a few nice pulses. What I like to relay stock charts to is look at them as EKGs. So you know how we're in the hospital and you go boop, boop, you get your pulse and everything taken. Every now and then, if something excites you, you get that big boop. You know what I'm saying? You get a nice little big boop out of there. But if something kills you, it ain't interested, then your pulse goes down. That's the same with a stock. It's the exact same thing. It is the exact same thing. It is the exact same thing. All right. As the stock is consolidating, we get a nice pump here to the upside. Chances are, what happened? I don't know. We would have to go back to July 11th of 2024 and figure out what happened then to make this company start taking off. Chances are it was some news or something released because let's see, it bounced back here. It began this process up and it looks like it went It went to about July 18th. All right. So this is, let's just say we went from here. So from July 11th to July 18th, it ran up. So almost about a week. Now, here's the thing about this. Now, you may look at it and say a week, that's not bad. No, that's damn good. All right. That's damn good because in this week's time, whoever, especially now we're going to switch. Now I'm talking options more than stocks, guys. I'm talking options more than stocks on this one. Whoever got in options back here, they rolled that mug to the top. Chances are, and they had a, let me see, they were 5. I would have probably went about a 650 call. Yeah, I would have did about a 650 call. So even if you did about a 650 call, you got 770 out of it. So if that was a week's trade, oh shit, boy, you made some money that day, or that week, I should say. Now, what happens is also what goes up, what must come down. So as you see, stock ran up, then the stock ran down. The thing about it, guys, is when you see green candles mean money was made that day, that week, that month, whatever chart you're looking at, that means money was made. If you see a red candle, then that means that, well, no money was made. Actually, money was lost. All right. So as you see these green candles and they run up, you're going to see red candles eventually. Sometime immediately, sometimes just a slight sell-off until all the way off. The thing about stocks is they're going to always make, like stocks talk, believe it or not. That's why I call it stock talk. Stocks actually talk. You just got to know how to code it. So when you know that what goes up must come down, your job now is to find out, well, how low is it going down? Because it shouldn't go lower than either where you got in at or the previous support. If it does, then that means trouble. Stocks also begin to do things like make patterns and formations. So that's why I say they talk. They start making patterns and formations. And the better that you start getting at reading these and understanding it, man, you can almost just literally sit in the bathroom on the toilet and look at stuff and say, damn, oh, snap, Amazon down today. Snap, Joby's down today. Or Tesla's down there. Like you can just really see it. And you can take a few dollars and you can sit it somewhere and you can let that money do what it do while you go to work. And it's all because you'll know how to read patterns and formations. So none of this you're going to learn overnight. None of this you're going to learn, honestly, in a weekend. This is stuff that, like, it takes a lot of professionals, years, sometimes decades to learn. But the better community you're around and the better mentors you're around, you can pick up a whole lot of stuff a whole lot quicker. All right. So with Joby, you're looking for Joby to probably bounce pretty much where it's at is looking like it's okay. I don't know enough about Joby at this second to even want to talk to you much about it, but I'm gonna just tell you what the chart's looking like. It's because it's at support right now. So I'm gonna put this blue line here, Twan, right now, because it's actually at support. But my green line here has more touches on it. You understand? So this is the trend. Notice the trend is going up. It's shooting up, it's coming down. It's shooting up, it's coming down. But each time that it comes down, it is respecting my green line that's here. So long as this trend continues, then we'll be okay. Let's see if I can write. So what we would want to happen is for this stock to bounce up and then start going up. That's what we want. Just like a firecracker, we want it to start catching this rhythm and moving up. That would then, because the trend will not be changed until it breaks, until it breaks this area. I was trying to put it here, but the trend will not change until then. All right. So let's see if we can take that off. So let's see. But if the trend does, hopefully this is, like I said, this is what we want. We want it to come up, bottle rocket up, and just continue its life on up. That'd be perfect, ideal picture. Will that happen? Hell no, that ain't gonna happen. I'll just be real with you. It ain't gonna happen. Chances are what's going to happen, because it could even come up and it'll have you happy and like, okay, guys, this is it. We're going up, and then boom, immediately reject and come back down, bounce, 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 and then come down. It can do so many different things, but chances are that's normally how that can play out, because we got to get new buyers in in this area. And if it's not a lot of new buyers come in, man, you ain't gonna have no money. I mean, this stock ain't going nowhere. It's gonna definitely just come down. And basically what's going to happen is the new buyers are going to say, well, damn, I missed it at $1. I'm going to wait for it to come back down. Normally smart traders anyway are going to say, well, if it took off from here at about, let's say in this instance anyway, this is about $5.50 per se, $5 and some change. If it took off from here and went up and I missed it, if I'm a smart trader, I'm just going to wait for it to work its way back down to $5. People who don't know what they're doing, they're hands down going to chase the rocket. They're going to chase it all the way up here. And you got to see, we still got candles. We still got green candles as this stock goes up. So that means that people are steady buying at a super, super high price. Super high price. And I guarantee you, chances are, these are people that don't know how to read a chart. These are people they ran in because they saw something like myself or some friends on social media saying something, and then they ran in. So is there a possibility to go back down? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Your question is there a possibility we'll go back down? Yes. Yes, it is, Antoine. Let me see if I can get that. Like I say, stocks are going to take off. The thing of it is now you may have missed a run. You know what I'm saying? Some of us may have gotten in at, let's say $5 here. But once that run goes up and it comes back down to bounce, you may get in at, let's say, $7. But depending on how long you get into that option, now we're talking stocks. You're probably buying these stocks for years. So you don't even care. You want to keep racking up. But you got that. All right. You say question was answered. All right, my man. Right now on Jobby, the trend is definitely down. You get what's here. I call this an inverted head and shoulders. So if you remember in the boot camp, bro, me and you should have spoke on inverted head and shoulders. All right. And that's essentially here. Let's see, you got the top pip here. Boom. So if you look at this top line here, let's just say that that's like at this second down here is the head. So I guess this would be the shoulder. This would be the left shoulder area. And then this would be the right shoulder area. The thing about inverted head and shoulders are, if you want to know if it's bullish, then you want the right shoulder to be higher than the left shoulder. If it's bearish, meaning it's going to come down, then chances are the right shoulder is going to be lower than the left shoulder. And if it is, that's going to probably start your downtrend down. So you as an investor and a trader, again, you got to know this, because you don't want to just run to the market because somebody told you to buy it and you buy it. Because if they did and you didn't read the chart, that's your fault. That ain't nobody else's fault. That's your fault. So you as an investor should know, I should know how to spot the trend. And right now the trend is down. Chances are, if this trend begins to come back up, it's got to come and retest my green line. And as of right now, me looking at it, I can tell you right now, if it runs up and even touch that green line, it should reject. It may pierce through like up here and give you the illusion that it's going up. And of course, once it does that, if you don't know what's going on or where the next resistance is, you're going to hands down jump in, hands first. Oh, I should say head first. You're going to hit a brick wall too when you do that. So you got to kind of know some of the tricks and the trades of the market. All right. So, and this is actually, even if I put it on, let's put it on candles. So those are my Heikin Ashi candlesticks. And if for those of you that don't know the difference in Heikin Ashi, I'll do it one more time. So Heikin Ashi, they give you more of an overall look at the market. There's no gaps. There's nothing. It's just solid candles. As you can see, those are solid. So it lets me know that the trend is continuously down. All right. When I see a big, long red candle on these, then I know that that's a heavy sell and it's probably a gap right there. See, I know that. But again, until you get better by knowing that, you won't catch it. I only know it because, well, I learned through trial and error, and I got burnt a bunch of times. So that's how I've been able to spot gaps. So now if I put the candlesticks on, you're going to spot the gap right away. Bam, right there. So when you start seeing gaps now, let me put this up. When you start seeing gaps, God damn it, Turner. You start seeing gaps, you get into a different ball game now, because a lot of times, guys, you can trade the gaps. You can trade the gaps. That's it. You can trade the gaps. You can trade the gaps. You can trade the gap. If you don't know nothing else, just look for the gap. If the stock price is at $3 and instead, and like right now, the trend is down, and I want to know how further lower can we go, I'm going to go back here and I'm going to look for some gaps. Well, actually, if you remember, Antoine and anybody else that took my boot camp, I initially told you that we always start out from the beginning. So let's do that. And what I mean by beginning is, me personally, I like to see the overall view. I don't even care how long I'm gonna be in this trade. I like to know where everything is. So I like to start and chart out from the beginning, because now if I'm looking at it on the overall look, then that now means that this blue line means something. This blue line is an overall average. This here is a 3-month average. So right now, if you can see, I don't know how you guys can see it, but there should be like a faint blue line at the bottom. Right now, that is that line that we put there at the 5-year mark, that line. So that's telling me that sucker's like a strong magnet. The closer it gets to this line, hands down, it's coming to it. And chances are, depending on what happened, it might just suck it through it, meaning it may pull it exactly through the blue line. All right. So right now, I'm hands down saying that $8.71 is looking like it's going to be the area that it's coming to. If it breaks $8.71, where is the next area it can go? I don't know. Let's find the next gap. Well, you know, we find it right here. So I don't know if any of you guys can see it. Let's see if we can put a loop on it. It is right about here. Right there in that area. All right. Hopefully you guys can see that. All right. So if you can see it, you can notice that price has moved. Let's see if we put a line. So now what would I do? I would put it right here. But if I look down again, what do you see? Another gap. So chances are it's definitely going to hit this gap. It's going to close this gap, and it's probably going to bounce. But chances are that bounce is not going to be super strong, because we still got a gap right here to close. So now if I put those there and I say, well, I want to know, maybe now we come here and we go to the beginning, and I go to IPO day, to the very day that it came on the market, the very day. Oh, snap, y'all, look, a gap. So what will we do? We're going to put a line right there. And actually, you know what? Let's change the color of that one. Let's change the color. All right, let's keep that. And now let's say the next one, we do the same right there. So hopefully, let's see if it played out. We already know that the top, so this was a resistance. And then this was the highest peak that it had went at the time. So now we have not seen what we're about to see now. Right now, we're looking into the past. We're not looking into the future at all. All right. If we are correct, then that means that somewhere along the future, this stock price should have played in between these lines like a piano. All right. It should have, if we are correct. Oh, snap. I should have did a drum roll. But let's see. Oh, damn. It did. What do you know? All right. So right here, if you get to the top, look at that. Almost every hit is perfect. And this is today. When we looked at it, we were back here. So we never even saw it today. We only charted from right here. All right. We only charted from right here. So when I say you can play the gaps, I don't care how broke you are. I don't care how much money you got. I don't even care who you are. If you learn how to read this stock chart and play the gaps, your life will change. Your life will change because Warren Buffett can't be Warren Buffett without knowing how to read a damn stock chart. So if Warren Buffett, the richest man in the world, needs the stock market, then trust me, man, every broke person in the world needs it too. And they don't need to say that, well, it's too hard to learn. But that means your ass gonna work for the rest of your life then. Because one paycheck is not enough for y'all. I'm pretty sure everybody's struggling to get milk and eggs right now. So you need some type of other avenue to kind of get some income. And I'm telling you, learning how to read this sorry ass stock chart is your easiest way. This thing played like an absolute piano. So now if you know how to read it, and this is just this, I haven't even put one indicator on here. This is all naked charting that we're doing right now. So people that are in my Discord, you already know what your indicators and anything that you could use are. If you are a new person and you're saying, I don't even know what you're talking about, I hope you just watch me chart from all the way back here, not even looking to the current future. And you can see that this thing played out almost perfect. So how do you want to know? Well, how do you know where stock is coming? You chart it. All right. So as of right now, it looks like we 100% coming to $8.71. That's current today price. All right. Joby is right now on its way to $8.71 and probably lower. And if we go on a 5-year, we should see that $8.71, it should get a bounce. And then after that, they could kind of come down to the 6. I'm gonna be honest, they can probably 100% come on down here to this 5. If they come in this low, they're probably definitely coming down, because I guarantee you some gaps down here that probably need to be closed. So the thing about gaps, if you don't know, what happened with gaps is when the market closes, when it closes on the Eastern time at 4 p.m. Eastern, it's closed. It does not mean the market is closed. It just means that, well, on an American market, we can't buy. The market within itself is still running. It's just we cannot buy. So if the stock price is falling, then that means that chances are when it closed at 4 p.m. on this day, then that means that the very next day at 9:30 a.m. when it opened, the stock price was lower. So that means that even in the after hours, it kept falling. So it closed at one price, and when the stock price opened, that means it was lower. Therefore, it created a gap. That gap 9 times out of 10 happened because of some type of bad news. Something bad has happened. Something bad was already happening because they was already starting this downtrend down. And then that gap happened. Just like that. It's like, now again, you can't predict what a stock is going to do, but guys, if you're not in a rush to make money, then trust me, man, let this, you take a little bit of your money that you was putting in the bank that's just sitting there, not doing a damn thing for you. Just take a little bit. Learn how to maneuver money through the stock market, through whether stocks or options. It's the easiest damn thing in the world. If you guys can play fantasy sports, your ass can invest in Wall Street. Trust me. I'm dead serious. It's not hard. It's only hard because, well, we listen to everybody. This is easier than fantasy sports. But all you got to do is just look for the gaps. Guys, if it's gaps down there and the trend is coming down, it's going to probably close those gaps. So Joby 9 times out of 10 is probably going to start some great movement to the upside. And if it is, then chances are it's going to close these little gaps down here, probably in the $2 mark, the $1 mark, so on and so forth. And if that's the case, man, this thing almost prime picking. Like you couldn't even get better at like a stock at a $3, $2, and then it bless you at a $1. And if you say, well, damn, I don't know if it'll ever go up. Well, damn, fam, look at the damn chart. You can see right now at one point it was like $1. It shot his ass up to $20-some. And then now it's working its way back down, probably to who knows where. But if you can catch it anywhere, I'm gonna be honest, I was gonna say you catch it anywhere below $10, you're good. But the damn thing already below $10. You're at $9.58. So even if this stock pumps up, it should tank out right here at about $14. Now, one of the things that I show the people in my Discord is, let's see if my screen changes. It should. I utilize a website called TipRanks, and this is just something I use. Again, you guys can utilize it. They do have free subscriptions, but again, when you get free, man, free is free, and you're gonna get free type of knowledge. But if you pay and get a subscription like they want, sometimes you get news quicker. I like to use this because these guys are analysts. There's only four. There's only four analysts on Jobby right now. So there's not a strong analyst there, but it's four analysts that probably know way more than we do. And right now, three are saying hold and one is saying sell. All right. One is saying sell because he's saying, hey, man, this sucker finna come lower. But each target price that they gave it, the averages are $15. $15.50. All right, I'm gonna be honest. I ain't even seen this to right now. We all looking at this together. $15.50, right? So now let's jump back to my chart. And I said that if we came back, we're coming right up here to my green line, which is $15 damn, right? So that's all the analysts are doing. They're taking in their numbers. They're looking at finances and all these things that, a good trader and investor would do as well. But once you start knowing how to chart, you see that the trend is down. The trend is going down. You can say, hey, if this stock was to bounce, its max peak should be about $14.50, maybe $15. All right, as we can see here. If we're going $14, $14.50, and she blesses us with $15, or even let's say pump up here to 16, but conk out at let's say 1868, you got to understand that movement alone. Anybody that's probably on here now and you follow me on social media, then you already know what I'm talking about. Because I wake up as soon as I see I'm making money, I roll over and I get happy because there's no greater feeling in the world than to wake up and already have made more money than you probably make before you get out of bed. So yeah, when you start learning this stuff, man, it's just super, super easy. So anyway, the analyst states that Jobby is $15.15, and we kind of got that same thing. So again, how did I know that? I know how to spot the trend, and I'm looking for gaps. What is support will become resistance. So right now, stop price has fallen. Damn it. Stop price has fallen through. Now see, when I want this line to continuously draw, it never does it. But right now, this price has fallen through $10.27. So even if this stock price bounces back up, it should get some fight at $10.24. It can even go to $10.77, but it should get some slack there. It should basically fall. If it don't, it definitely should fall at $11.22 because that's where the gap started. And how should that look? It should. All right. Hold on, y'all. All right. This should reject here at this line and come on back down. There's a green line that's here because if you look to the far left, you should see that one red candle that's kind of by itself. Let's just identify that guy right there. All right. He's going to be by itself. All right. So what should happen is it should come up. In a perfect world, we would want it to break. But as again, where the gap started, it should reject at the gap because that gap is now a problem. All right. And it's got to fight its way up, and it's going to probably fight again. And then boom, eventually it will break the gap. But again, this line right here. So it got to fall on this line and they got to start trickling. And it's almost like catching his breath. You understand? Remember, matter of fact, I was using this as an example. You guys may be familiar with the social media stuff that's going around, but Shayla LaBeouf. Everybody know, man, the rock with Bumblebee. Well, y'all seen him in the club, getting beat up and getting drunk and stuff. And then they had the video of him tussling. Well, in one of the videos, it's like the guy's wrestling and telling them to stay down, and relax. And then you'll see him sit down. But see, the one thing I know about a drunk is he ain't calming down. He's just catching his breath. You understand? You may be thinking you're getting some sense into him, but no, he's just catching his breath. And once he catches breath, he's going to pick back up where he left off. And see, that's going to be the same with the stock. It's got to catch his breath. And by catching his breath, I mean it has to get new buyers to come in. If this stock comes in and it gets new buyers, then boom, we should get action to come up. But at this green line, once again, we should reject. And now if we reject, what we got to do, we got to come fight them again. Boom. If he knock us down, this time we may even go down lower, but it got to come back up. And then it'll trickle, and it'll trickle. And then eventually something will happen, such as earnings. Somebody will get in a Jobby plane and they won't die. They may just save somebody's life and the news will just be so heroic that the world goes crazy, and then boom, we'll break. That's when they'll break that blue line. But when they break it, it now has to come down, and it cannot go lower than the green line. I said blue, but I meant green. All right, so that's a lot of crazy drawing I know I'm doing, but I guess I'm trying to paint the picture of how if it breaks resistance, resistance has to become support. If it doesn't, it's coming back down. If it comes to support, it has to hold support or it's coming back down. All right. So that's Jabi on that. I don't know what else did I have. It's Jabi. Anybody else got anything, man? If you do, just toss it in the chat or so, and I'll try to take it out. As we know, oh, Antoine, I see your question there. You say put option. Yes. I'm glad you mentioned that. Once you get into you get into charting, guys, smart people, and when I say smart people, a lot of institutional and great traders, great investors, a lot of times you ain't even got to be great. You can just follow what the hell somebody else doing. Like if Warren Buffett is buying something, and you don't know what else to do, just buy what the hell Warren Buffett buying. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not putting millions and billions somewhere to lose it. He's putting it somewhere to grow. So maybe he knows something you don't know. All right. So, but you want to catch all of these stocks once they start bouncing. And right now, something else I can bring. It's called the fear and greed. Let's make a new window. Let's go. It's found on CNN. All right. So, and what the fear and greed meter is, the fear and greed meter is going to pretty much tell you the temperature of the market. So how mom used to take our temperature when we was ill, we were sick or whatever the case, that's what the fear and greed is. So when you see the fear and greed, you got a range from 0 to 100. All right. So from 0 to 100, right now we're sitting at a whopping 38. All right. So when you guys are seeing this, extreme fear and fear, this is the time, like right now, if you don't even know how to invest, if you don't know a damn thing, I can guarantee you one thing, you are in the right place now, because fear and extreme fear is when you want to start getting into the market. All right, smart traders and smart investors, they get into the market when people are running from the market. People that don't know what the hell they're doing in the market, they're running to the market when we're selling. That means that we bought so cheap that now we're selling at the top, and people that don't know what they're doing, they're buying at the top. Because again, they've heard some on the internet, they've heard somebody say, hey, you got to run and buy this now. You got to put this in your portfolio. You don't know what the hell going on. So you're taking everybody at face value. So if that's the case, you're gonna get it. So understanding the fear and greed and extreme fear, oh, I ain't gonna even lie to you, man. And extreme fear, you want to go get as many jobs as you can. All right. So if you're already working 6 jobs, I'm gonna be honest, you don't need no sleep. You need to go get 2 more jobs. All right. Because you're going to need that extra money in extreme fear. Because when we come out of extreme fear and just go back to fear, you're already making money. But if God blesses you like he does majority of the time, he'll take you from extreme fear to extreme greed. Man, y'all don't even understand the life-changing like movement that is from a 0 to 100 real quick. Oh, shit, man. You can retire yourself. So understanding the fear and greed is something that you really need to do before you put your money into the market. All right. Majority of the time, all of this stuff is telling you when is a good time, when is a bad time. The thing about us is we don't have time to wait. Everybody need money right now. So they don't even care. They ain't even finna listen. They just gonna buy. And then they're gonna get smoked. All right. But if all these things are telling you, hey, it's a good time to start buying because everybody is in extreme fear, oh shit, you'll be able to get great companies on cheap. Matter of fact, I'll give you a prime example. I can almost tell you almost everybody probably on this call right now shops at Amazon. Actually, voila, what do you know? Meta. Let's take a look at Meta since it already popped up, because chances are, if you're looking at me right now, Meta got something to do with it. All right. So Meta is definitely one of those ones to look at. All right. I've been trying and playing Meta for quite some time. So if you don't know what these lines are, then just know I know what the hell they are. All right. And normally when a breakout is coming on certain stocks, you can chart it. And you can almost tell when the breakout is coming. And as we can see with Meta right now, there's a potential breakout coming. And when I say breakout, you guys may be looking at the chart up here. And I'm actually looking down here at the RSI. All right. So if you look at the RSI, for those of you that don't know, relative strength index, that's going to tell you the strength of the stock. That's going to tell you if new buyers are coming in or if or buyers are leaving. So it's going to let you know if the bears are in control or if the bulls are in control. And majority of the time, you can start seeing it. Once you can see about a 30 or below on the RSI, to me, you got action. So that's exactly right. You want to buy low, you want to sell high. So if you can catch that RSI at a 30 or below, you are blessed. Like you super blessed. But if you catch it anywhere up here, it's just going to depend on the time frame that you're in. So if you look up here at the stop, like you'll see the candles do one thing, and then you'll see the RSI do one thing. If you look up here, let's see if I can bring this in some. Let's say we start back here at April 17th, 2025. Hopefully you guys can see that back here. April 17th, about around then, we started our movement to the upside. All right. And then the stock started going up. And if you can see my lines here, you can see that the stock, boom, it'll come up. It does what I call rejection. Rejection is, I'm trying to think of a good example. Okay. This rejection here at this line, when you see the price comes up, it's going to come up. I always call that the test. The test is, I don't know. I don't know if this is a good example, but the test is, this is like you trying to beat up somebody. So maybe me trying to beat up, maybe my uncle. All right. I'm not nowhere near equipped to beat him up. So I go test him. And what do you know? He does what he does. He kicks my butt. Stop price falls. So that's what goes up. It goes to test because this was an area of resistance. All right. So that's why it's going to test. Stock price fail. Remember back here, it was support. What is support will become resistance if the price breaks through. So remember that. It came through, boom. Just like here, this green line, it broke it. So now, as you can see, it came up, it broke it, but it couldn't hold it. So now it's falling back down. What is it going to do? Come back. This candle right here was the test. These two were the test. Actually, all three of these guys were the test. As you can see, it came up, it tested that green line, tested that green line, tested the green line, and then next thing, boom, big gap up. So now this gap up, it needs to go up. And if it can continue the movement, it wants to break that line, but its chances are it's not going to break the line. And the reason it's not going to break the line, guys, is because people like myself, well, I won't even say me, I'll just say good traders are out there and they know that this is a resistance area. So where normal people would hold and say, I hope it goes up. No, traders already know it's not going up. So we're going to go ahead and eject. When it ejects, it has to hold a certain area. And that certain area would have been this green line, but it gapped up. Boom, it gapped up again. It rejected, but it couldn't close that gap. So that is good. And as you can see, boom, it eventually broke that line. Now, once it breaks that line, it got to fight the next guy. What did he do? He go through the test. Could it break it? Nope. So now I got to retest. But once it retests, it cannot break this line. If it was resistance, it's going to become support. And in order to stay support, it got to keep its butt on it. All right. So it can't break this line. So if it don't break this line, the next movement will be up. And as you can see, it did just that. The next movement was up. Boom. It went up. It retests. It didn't quite make it. But this time it fell right between this red line. And we was like, oh, we got action. But we didn't have action. It came down. And then it tests this, I don't know, tan line here. And as you can see, it tests, it held. What happens when it hold? Gapped up. When it gapped up this time, boom. Now the red line becomes resistance because it gapped up. It must, I'm sorry. The red line now becomes support, not resistance, guys, but support. It was resistance. It was broken. Now it's support. Now that it's support, what happens? It's going to bounce up. When it bounced up, it didn't even do nothing. It had no gas in it at all. Chances are it didn't have any gas in it because traders was going, you know what? I'm going to get this one more pump and I'm out. People who are holding, they're still going, but I think it's going to make it. Nah, traders jumped out. But when they jumped out, it held. It did not come back down this line, guys. It did not. So therefore, it held and they jumped back in. Boom, boom. But it couldn't hold. It didn't have enough buyers. And now that's what we get it. We're going to get that sell-off. Boom. Look at the trend on the RSI. As the trend was going up back here, the trend on the RSI was going down. Clear divergence, as we call it. So if you know what you're looking for, you would have already knew right then and there. Any numbnuts that was jumping in and grabbing this as it was going up, you would have been screaming, but yeah, bro, the trend is going down. No, buy, buy, buy. All right, I'm gonna just do a put. And at that point, you would have probably did it for a few. I would have done mine for probably a few months out, and if played correctly in my favor anyway, then as you can see, and the trend is coming down. Well, I say the trend is coming down, mostly being if we look at the overall trend, that trend is constantly up. Look at that. That trend is constantly up. But your strong base of closure, I would call it on Meta, it's going to probably be right here at this gap back here. And I put that right there because of that. So this is Meta. I can tell you now, Meta is 100% going to $1,000. Now, when? We're not sure. The only reason Meta's taking a true beating right now because they keep spending money. They won't stop spending trillions of dollars on this new AI. If anybody's new to my Zoom, to this live or anything now, then, hopefully you're familiar with artificial intelligence. But if you're not, then that's all I talk about, to let people know that, say, man, this Meta got so much stuff in store for, I should say, us when it comes to this AI stuff. If you think Meta is crazy now, just wait till they get these data centers and everything built up. Meta can almost go in your head at that point. Right now, all you got to do is say plastic spoons. And chances are you're going to get in your feed and you're going to see a zillion advertisements for plastic spoons. Because, yes, your phone does listen to you. They do take information. They do search what you look at. It's all designed to make your life easier, honest. It's not really designed to spy on you. It's just to make your life easier. If I know that you every 3 days need plastic forks, then somewhere out there, if I sell plastic forks, then I want my, whatever I'm selling, my algorithm to be pushed to you. And that's all that Meta is really doing. But now as they get into this AI stuff and this meta world and all the rest of this crap, man, they're going to almost be able to know what you're thinking before you think it. So, and Meta has it going on. Amazon has it going on. Tesla has it going on. Google, Microsoft, all these guys are in a race to have the best AI, artificial intelligence. So we could say, well, hey, it's the Antichrist and we don't want to deal with it. But chances are, if you're on this Zoom right now, if you're on this live right now looking at me, then you're already dealing with it. All right, you're already dealing with it. So just learn to embrace it would be my thing, and learn how to make money off of it. All right, so that's Meta. Let's check out Amazon. Amazon is something because I know my old lady, she spent all her money on that sucker. And if I'm not mistaken, I know I keep seeing a bunch of signals come by on Amazon, so I would take it that they're down. Yep, they're down. All right, so I would, Shazam. Hold on. Oh, damn. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let's look at let's look at Amazon. If you look at Amazon right now, their RSI, shit, they just dropped to a 23. So I was actually getting pings on Amazon the other day in all my signals saying that they were in perfect buy area, which is obviously, so they dropped to a 22 on the RSI. So let's see if they've been to a 22 before. If they, yep, they have. I was going to say if they have not, then chances are they're going to probably come back down. So it ain't no race to it. But let's just say we play that area. Yeah, they've been there before. So pretty much in the area where they are, they have been there before. So chances are this bounce is going to reject. All right. It's I don't know. It's like dropping coins. And so if you drop coins, sometimes you get a couple pings, and then you get sometimes if you drop it, it just, it's like that thing just rolled for 10, 15 seconds or so. And you're just like, just making number noise. Well, that's probably going to be this RSI. It's probably going to be the RSI on Amazon. Because actually, it already broke support. So again, if it breaks support, you got resistance. So as we can see, this line that I just put right there, I wish I would have did it from the far end so you guys could see. But even right here, this area right here is resistance area. So that's why I put that there. If you can see it right now, you see that this RSI is already rejecting that area. It's already rejecting it. So now you got to say, okay, RSI is there. So where will be the next drop? Let's change this color to green. I would say my next drop is going to be right about here. All right. And if you cannot see why I did that, I did it because of this area back here. So let's put this area right back here. All right. So if you look at that area, you will see that where we broke support when we came up, you got a little buckle there on the RSI. So it's like it came up, it almost came down, but then it shot back up. And now, as we can see, it's shooting back down. So chances are it's going to come retest this green line right here. All right. The green line is currently where we're sitting at, but the red line is where we have been before on the RSI. So now it should play just like a piano once again. And until it breaks this red line, even on the RSI, then I'm not even saying that we got action. I know that we're playing within the range. But as soon as it breaks this red line and now becomes to sit on it, then now I know we got action. And it should look like this. Comes up. And now when it comes down, it should trickle, 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 shoot up, trickle, trickle. And each time it's just getting higher and higher and higher. And eventually it's going to break. All right. And that's the whole mission of it, is to break. All right. So let's see. And again, that's Jobby, ain't it? No, that's Amazon. I apologize. So even if some shit, like, let's chart it. So even if somebody wanted to play Amazon, they're currently, if I had to say anything, I don't know enough on Amazon to say that whether they're a buy or not. I mean, they're Amazon, so they're going to always be a buy, but they could be going through some hurt. I know Warren Buffett I think he just dumped like 77 million or something in Amazon stocks, as in he sold them, not as in he's buying them, as in he sold them. That's probably what the damn gap is, honestly. But he sold a whole bunch of money. Now, could be for several reasons. Maybe Amazon does have something going on. Maybe it could be the fact that he's a damn 100 years old and he wants his damn money. We just don't know. So right now, Amazon's looking at about 230. I would say would be their max price before they they need to break that before they even get action. And then when they get that, they're going to need to break 258. Now they break 258. Amazon's high end can probably be 3. Oh shit. Okay. All right. Excuse my language. I just spotted something that I didn't see a second ago. So find my trend. So I was finna say, I believe Amazon's high price should be $300. All right. If it's not $300, then I'm thinking it's somewhere within that range. But although Amazon is like it's down now, it's actually like it's up. It's down, but it's up on the overall picture. So on the close picture, it's down. So this is why I say it's important to go out all the way to the chart, because you'll look at it now and you'll be like, well, Amazon is down. But if we come to the 5-year look, shit, Amazon up all day. All right. So it's constantly up. So again, is this a good time to buy Amazon? Well, if we judge it from every time it touched this green line, it bounces. And now it's about to touch the green line. I can't say that it's going to bounce, but if we had to go off of history, then I would say it probably would. If I'm going off the RSI. Because something that you can also do in case you, well, I mean, I've been doing it, but you can also chart your RSI. So you can actually find your trend line on the RSI as well. If you don't have to, but it definitely helps. All right. So right now you kind of got a look of where Amazon is going. It's definitely going down. I still say that Amazon's probably, it has to break 250, and chances are, how's Amazon? Bodies, Walmart. This key title to Amazon. So I'm looking over here on the right side, just says news. Amazon has to have some type of news that's going on that making this price drop. So it's something negative, something bad, and chances are, honestly, when the hell did they start falling? This was last month, so I'm not sure what's going on, but I'm gonna guarantee if Amazon is falling, then that means that Walmart or Target did something. Okay, and for my long pause, if you don't know, my wife is in here with me, so she normally gives me some information. She's my little Vanna White, and you say something about what again? Capital spending plans, spooked investors. Okay, so it's saying that Amazon is having cash flow concerns, and it's some things that's spooking investors. I'll be the first thing to tell you, if it's things that spooking investors, then it's probably the same stuff that spooked Warren Buffett and why he sold. So I don't know enough about Amazon, but let's see what the pros say. Capital spending plan, she says. $200 billion. Oh, okay. So Amazon's in the same boat as Meta. So Amazon, Meta, Google, Microsoft, Tesla, kind of, sort of, but Elon Musk is kind of, he's a monster of his own, so he can kind of function differently than the rest of these guys. But either way, they're all building data centers somewhere, and wherever they're building these, I'm struggling to talk. Wherever they're building these data centers it costs trillions of dollars to build them. So investors don't want to keep buying, they don't want to keep investing, and all they're saying is they're spending billions and they haven't made $1 off of AI yet. So it's like you're putting billions, trillions into it, but it hasn't given you a return on investment. So a lot of banks and stuff have jumped out, but they are a strong buy. They have heavy analyst rating. They got 44. 41 out of the 44 say Amazon is a buy. 3 say Amazon is a hold. So even if you went away from what the hell I'm saying and just go with what the professionals say, they're telling you, well, Amazon's a buy. So 41 buys, 3 holds. That's a strong rating saying that Amazon's going up. I think I just said Amazon was going to about 300, and they got it at their Amazon's high price at 325. Average price 282. So the average price that Amazon should be is 282, but the lowest price Amazon should be is 175. And as we can see right now, we're actually heading to that 175. We're at 205 right now, and 175 is about there. So pretty much at my line anyway. So it could come to my line and even pierce through my line and continue to go back up. Again, it could fight then, but if it continues to go through, then it should be coming super, super lower. But then this is since 2022. Amazon has been going steady up. So if we had to do any guessing in 2026, I would have to say that this is probably prime picking for Amazon. And we're speaking within the next year, not as in next month. We're talking next year. So if you're into stocks right now, if you're into stocks, Amazon's 205. They're saying on the low end 175. So if it's 175, then that means you should be able to get Amazon for pretty cheap if you want to buy it per stock. If you want to do Amazon on the options, then you should already have your window right there. You need to give Amazon time for whatever the hell you do. Give it time. What is time? I have no damn clue. All right. How much is your money? However much your money is, that's how much time you got. All right. If you want to give stocks anything, you want to give them time. So don't go putting $2,000 like some of you numbnuts do. All right. And that's just what you are, man. You're numbnuts. If you're putting $2,000 on something that you barely even know how to move, and you're not even buying a put to protect yourself, yeah, man, you're an idiot. You're numbnuts. And I'll tell you that to your face. I don't care who you are. Like, you got to be smart and protect your money. Now, on this tip ranks thing, the thing you won't see a lot of these analysts rating on the free subscription. You got to be within a paid subscription to see some of them. So I'm not selling tip ranks for you. I'm just saying, for those of you that may go check it, some of these analyst ratings you won't be able to see. And you may be saying, damn, man, what the hell? What the hell is this is a paid one, and you'll probably be on the free. But as you can see, even on this one, I can see the analyst ratings. So now if I was already finna get into Amazon and I already stated like, I think Amazon will go to $300 and I can do me a call for $300 or something on Amazon. My thing would be, I would probably want it past this year. I want it past 2026. So I want to minimum give it 2027. If my money will let me be able to afford 2028, then I definitely want it. And the reason I want it is because right now I already know that once we get up here, what is this? It's about 270. 270 has to become support. If you look back here, we've already tested this green line a few times. Hey man, it's a punch through coming, and chances are that punch through is coming right now. Because anytime you hit an RSI this icy cold, man, that's money in the bank. So I ain't gonna lie, as much money as my wife spent, I might actually play Amazon myself. It's like every time I do a charting section class, I find something I want to play, but I try to stay disciplined to play what I'm already playing. That way I don't get smoked on everything in case I lose. But Amazon's one of those companies that's like a no-brainer. Obviously, you're spending your money with them every day. And if you don't do Amazon, you may want to do Walmart and Target. All right, so that's I think that's all I got on the charting thing, man. We ain't gonna beat that horse all night. Yeah, I think I'm done on the chart thing. So let's stop sharing screen. Am I missing something? All right, let me jump back on this, man. Y'all see me? Oh. You don't want to be on the screen and stuff, so my apologies. All right, but essentially, I think that's pretty much that's it on the stock thing. If you're on here, if you don't know, like I say, I have I got a stock trading boot camp that I do. That stock trading boot camp is going this 6 through 6 March. Damn, man, what the fuck going on? Going through March 6th through the 8th this month, next month. All right, and that class normally goes through a Friday through a Sunday. I try to keep it to a point where it's super, super simple to everybody and just learning how to read the chart. Because again, you still have to learn and apply this stuff in your time. But man, if you apply the basics that I give, like what I just gave y'all, man, you would go down YouTube for about 3 years to learn what I just kind of gave you the shortcut to. All right. And that's through trial and error. Like I already lost a lot of money. Like I hope y'all don't lose what I lost learning this. Like, nah, that wouldn't be the purpose. But the biggest thing that you need to understand with it is like understanding support and resistance. And once you get that and you understand it, this whole stock market thing will be super, super easy because everything that's ever bought and paid is off of support and resistance. Warren Buffett right now is making money off of support and resistance. All right. So if nobody else got anything for me, I do want to say that, so Antoine, I don't know if anybody, Donald, I know myself, if you guys been paying attention to any of the stuff that's been going on, especially with this VA rules, I would 100% say don't sweat it. If your stuff is legit and you're doing everything right, then you don't really have anything to sweat. Those new rules are more for people who are applying to try to get over on the VA. This fucking little stream, man, is driving me crazy. I'm sorry. My wife looking at me like I'm crazy and shit. But I don't even look like a gunny right now. I look like a fucking schoolgirl. But yeah, those VA things, that whole rigmarole is going on, man. If your VA claim is straight, just make sure that you are, if they're giving you medications, you are taking your medications. All right. Now, whether you take it and eat it, that's on you. But if they give you medications, you got to take your medications. Go to your appointments if you got them. If you don't have appointments, go make appointments. All right. It's free healthcare. Go get seen for whatever it is. I always tell people, man, chances are if you don't have a VA disability rating, shame on you. Shame on you, shame. I don't give a damn who told you what. All right, because trauma is the fear of dying. Trauma is like, I thought my life was on the line. If you ask any Marine to them, any Army person, Navy person, even Air Force of all places, if you ask any of them, how was it when the drill instructor or the drill sergeant came on the bus and got the hooping and hollering and screaming, everybody's going to probably say, I thought I was going to die. I thought he was going to kill me. So the fact that they didn't, we processed that trauma like, ha, ha, he, he, and we kept pushing. But man, we all got sent somewhere that we didn't know where the hell we were going, and we had no clue what was taking place. So yeah, so trauma, when it comes to that, as I tell people, no, we got it. And you ain't got to do no show and dance, no monkey, nothing. No, man, put your claim in, get your disabilities that you rate. You raised your hand, get your money. All right. Other than that, I think I hit everything, especially on the mental side. Just take care of yourself, man. For those of you that got kids, especially fellas out there, man, if you got your kids, for me, and this is coming from Tyran to y'all, man, just take your kids, talk to them a little bit, give them an extra hug, an extra kiss, just let them know that daddy love them. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's mushy to you, just tell them, man, because in this world today, I think boys need to hear that their dads love them. You know, and that's not a soft way, that's not any punkish way or any of that. It's just, I feel like sometimes guys carry a lot of aggression and anger because like they don't know how to express themselves. They don't know how to let that crap out. And most of them, if you ever go up to them, they beefing and hooping and hollering and say, man, you need a hug. And half of them, honestly, they'll probably break down and cry because they're like, I do. You know what I'm saying? Never had a dad, never had an uncle. My uncle was an auntie and my auntie was an uncle. So I never had a male in my life. So it's definitely things like that. So, all right. So Twine, I love you, man. Take care. Definitely take care of your boys, man. Tell them simplify, take care of themselves. And other than that, y'all be easy, be breezy. Any music that you heard can be heard on yourvet.org. That's my music. All right. That's all AI. That's my radio station at yourvet.org. So check us out. Any donations, by the way, y'all want to make, because a brother be out here hustling, man, feeding veterans, clothing them, getting them to appointments. Me and my wife do that out of the goodness of our heart and our pocket. And it's cool. We're going to continue to do that. But for those of you that are going, hey, man, I want to help and do something. Hey, bro, hit that buy me a coffee link down there, man. Drop $10 or something. We'll go get them a McDonald's coffee or something tomorrow. I don't care, but anything helps. All right. So till then, y'all take care. I'm Tyran Cosby. You've been listening to Beard Talk with a Veteran on the Veteran Social Circle, which can only be heard on yourvet.org. All right. Y'all take care. Peace.
I smoked my last cigarette over a cup of big regrets. I ain't got nothing left. I ain't got nothing left. Memories and photographs. Memories and photographs. I can still hear your laugh. I can still hear you laugh. Pictures on my phone of the way we used to trip out. Had too much to drink, had to stay the night at your house. Call me on the phone, tell me you're not coming home. Said that I'd be there alone. I went back to sleep till morning.
I smoked my last cigarette over a cup of big regrets. I ain't got nothing left. I ain't got nothing left. Memories and photographs. Memories and photographs. I can still hear your laugh. I can still hear you laugh. Take back what I said, wish I could come back to me. They can't add it up, take it back, did it to me. Broke down crying here without you, learn my
tripping out and throwing back. Ain't no use in going back.
Always makes me cry.
I smoked my last cigarette over a cup of big regrets. I ain't got nothing left. I ain't got nothing left.
Memories and photographs. Memories and photographs. I can still hear your laugh. I can still hear you laugh.
Falling out the window, shackles on my feet. I got in too deep. I think it's time to leave. Falling out the window, learning how to let go. Hold on when I let go. Hold on when I let go. Falling out the window. Push me out the window. I'm ready to fall. Dying fast, we live slow. I'm risking it all. I'm in too deep. I'm going underneath. Maybe this ain't for me. Falling out the window, learning how to let go. Hold on when I let go. Hold on when I let go. Falling out the window, 3 stories out the window. I'm in too deep. What's come over me? Is this really happening? I needed to be free of you, be free of me. Don't shed a tear, you couldn't stop it from happening. Falling out the window, I'm in too deep. Learning how to let